Hello everybody, how's it going? Root Beer here, looking at question 20, finishing off part B of our 2019 Grade 8 Gauss. PQRS is a square with side length 60, center C, point W lies on PS, so that WS is 53. That means we're going to have 7 down here. Point X lies on SR, so that XR is 40, and so that means this would have to be 20. The midpoint of QR is Y, so that means each of these is 30. And Z lies on PQ. What is the length of ZQ? So that the total area of the shaded region is equal to the total area of the non-shaded regions. Okay, well, if the shaded region plus the non-shaded region is the whole thing, and the shaded region has the same areas as the non-shaded, we're just asking to make the shaded area half of the full triangle. Or, not full triangle, full square. Okay? So the shaded needs to be half the area of the square. Okay? So it's half of 60 squares, so that's half of 3,600, so that's going to be 1,800. So that's what we need here. Now, how can we possibly find the area? So we got this center here. How can we possibly find the area of these shapes here? We don't even quite know where Z is. It's interesting they did the PQRS clockwise, but the WXYZ counterclockwise. Very interesting. Okay. So we got 30 there. We deduced a 20 here. We're told the 53 here, and then I don't know what this length is. It's what I need to find. I'm going to call it L for length. Okay. So how can we compute the area of the shaded region? Well, always when you're doing shaded regions, you want to break them down into shapes that are easy to work with, shapes that you recognize. These are quadrilaterals, but they're not the nice ones. They're not trapezoids or anything like that. But what we can do is we can cut right across them. Okay? Introduce this little diagonal here. And now suddenly I've got one triangle here with a base of 53. And what's its height going to be? Well, how far in from the side is C? Well, they told me C is the midpoint, so this has got to be 30. Okay? So that triangle there is 1/2 base times height. Base, height. What about this triangle down here? Again, 1/2 base times height. The height's going to be 30 as well. And the base is 20. And the same thing with these triangles. 30 and then another height of 30. And then a height of 30, and then this L, the length that I don't know, the thing that I need to solve for. Okay? And so all this has to be equal to the 1,800. Now, if we multiply everything by 2, we'll see we get 3,600. Get rid of these halves. Let's see, 20 times 30 is 600. 30 times 30 is 900. We get 30L. 3 times 53 is 159, so 1590. 600 and 900 is 1,500. $1,500 and 1,500 is 3,000. So we get 3,090 plus 30L has to be the same as 3,600. Another thing you could have done, if you're going to divide by or multiply by the 2, you could have divided everything by 30, canceling that out. I don't see the need to do that early on. It's a little bit of a time save. So the 3,000s cancel out. 600 minus 90 is 510. And if we divide both sides by 30, we'll get that L has to be 17. Okay? So 17, and it's sitting right there. Our answer is going to be E, And that finishes off part B. Up next, we're going to start part C of the contest, where the questions are just a little bit harder. So feel free to give them a try, and then join me for questions 21 through 25 coming up next. Take care.